Gotta fucking do this again. Wake up the office demons. I'm testing my patience. Let's not get fired today.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome back to the Daily News Flash. I forgot to put the banner up. It's because Letitia came in and distracted me with her awesomeness. There we go. So, good afternoon, I don't even know. Hi, welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. It's a Daily News Flash. And my God, have I been... Listen, I feel like, even though I'm literally a caveman, okay, like I just got a message from somebody who we're working on a big expose with, and they're like, just to remind you, loads of people have been killed, some pretty high profile people have died over this, so be careful who you talk to. And I'm like, and who you meet. And I'm like, I only leave the house on bin night, right, to put the bins in, right, and then to get the bins back in. Like, I don't even open my curtains. Do you know what I'm saying? Dan's at her mum's. I'm decorating and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I've got a crossbow in every room. All right. There's one right here. One right here. It's massive. Wow. It's massive. Right. I'm not saying that if a SWAT team or MI6 came for me, that I wouldn't hear them, but I'm fucking taking one of their eyes out. I'll take an eye out before you get me. Okay. I'm telling you, I think I'm capable of taking out an eye of a well-trained assassin operations officer. Oh. And I'm just saying, I think I'll get right in there, or a big stick. Do you know what I mean? Fucking knows that. So yeah. Plus, a lot of people don't consider other options for animals that can protect their home, right? Vultures, right? Angry trained group of vultures just swarming your house, trained to dive bomb anyone that comes in. I'm just saying. Right. So today I would like to invite, my hair is so, you know, when you just clean your hair, yeah, and it goes all like an old Chinese man who's got many years of wisdom and his hair is kind of blowing in the wind on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It goes a bit like that. So I need to invite you all to my Discord. I am going to be having, I don't know if I can legally say what I'm going to be doing, but we're going to be watching a movie, right, collectively. I don't know why I've not heard of this movie. And I don't know if it's
new.
Well, it says it was out in the cinema in August.
Oh.
Right? And I only heard about this today because of the rantings of the wonderful Jaguar on Piers Morgan last night.
Oh,
it's called Blink Twice, and it's got freaking Channing Tatum in it, right?
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, but Channing Tatum is a meme lord, so you got to respect the craft. Now, listen, everybody. You might be thinking we all know about this. That's fine. That's fine. All right. But how come a movie about a white billionaire who buys an island and throws parties where people just dress in white with his millionaire and industry friends for people that are in the sexy workplace environment industry and regular folk to be taken to said island, dressed up in white with white nails, and participate in a layered party system that results in drugging, R-ing, and murdering? Right? I'm sorry. This was like, what, a month before DIDDY? What, mate?
That's right.
In fact, that's not enough. What, mate? What? What? Okay, so here's the guy. Here's the main guy, right? And rather than risk getting copyright claimed, we're just going to do a bit of this, right? Oh, look, it's a mansion. Oh, there we go. So they get supplied their clothes, right? Zoe Kravitz, thank you very much. What the frick are we? I'm sorry. Are we like? I'm sorry. But what? So this just all just gets released around the same time as DIDDY. Like, I mean, I'm confused. A big part of me hopes this has been made with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Another big part of me thinks, has this been a way of making everything look so far-fetched it's going to throw off the public? I don't know. I've not seen the movie. I don't think so. In the slightest. But it's interesting, the timing, right?
Very interesting.
Because it's not even as if there's like one scene where they're in white bikinis where you could be like, shit, let's refilm this just so that we can get some traction off the Diddy stuff. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Thank
freaking
you,
honest
Ron.
to God. Do you know, I thought it was the guy who, have anyone seen Sons of Anarchy? The main son, the blonde-haired long one that all the ladies like, the biker guy. I thought that it was him that was acting in this, right? And when I found out it was Channing Tatum, like, Channing Tatum, 21 Jump Street. My name's Jeff. Come on. The man is a legend. And I think this red-headed lady, I'm pretty sure, was she not in Orange is the New Black? Is she not the...
I'm not sure.
Is that not her? I don't know.
Didn't see that.
Magic
movie.
Mike to Betty, you sassy mare, eh? I see you, Betty. You got that 4K DVD 3D collector's kit. I see you. I see you. I know. Yeah, you got that special. They got the XXL special bumper edition, right? I know I'm saying, Betty, you little rascal. All right. Also, just say shout out Christian Slater, right? I just want to say Christian Slater, massive actor in the 80s and 90s. It was almost like he was given a choice about his career, you know, go down one path and have success or fall off. And I think we know which path he chose, but big shout out, Chris. I mean, you're probably off. I don't know what's going on, but fuck off. Oh my God. Right. So the Polaroids, right? I have said for a long time that these groups, they are not about digital recording. They're not about using what we would consider modern filming techniques. I don't mean Diddy, okay? I mean the real monsters who are in these clubs and are taking photos and making videos. I'm not necessarily saying at Diddy parties, but within that realm, I believe all of this is done with Polaroids and VHS. And the reason for that is it's an invisible paper trail now. You know, have you ever seen what 1 million documents look like on a flash drive compared to 1 million documents in a filing system for you to go through? Like the thought process of seeing huge amounts of real media and hardcore physical media is massive, and it's something that is almost impossible to keep track of. And I believe that is where these club members facilitate their media from. And I will say tonight we've got John Wedger joining us. We're going to be doing John Wedger on Diddy, and then after that we'll be on Discord and we'll be watching a certain movie that I can't name because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do watch parties, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have underage people at parties either, Diddy. All right? We've all got to bend the rules sometimes in the name of seeing a movie. So I'm going to put a link right now. If you've never used Discord, don't be scared. Or if you've heard about Discord being a place for stupid kids and their games and all that, this is for grown-ups, just so you know. So please come and join us. It's a great little community. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched Julia's show last night. She has now got enough money to move to her new flat and pay the first couple of months rent, I do believe.
That's good.
And it's just, I just can't thank all of you enough. You're just fucking amazing. Queenie, how you doing, Queenie?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you guys?
Hello, Queenie.
Are you going to come to my party tonight, Queenie?
Oh no, you're too far away.
No, it's
the one that you're having on the Discord that you were just saying?
Yeah, we can't talk about the parties that I invite you to in real life. We can't talk about. You know, they're secret parties, Queenie. All right, you can't talk about them. Yeah, they're.
Okay. I wouldn't come to those ones. So,
Queenie, it's because I want all your cooking for myself. How dare you think that way? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I tell you what, though, it's always the ones that protest the most that have the most in their closet. I'm just saying, Queenie.
Well, Not me. No.
Okay, yeah, sure. Now you're making me really suspicious. Okay, if any of Queenie's ex-boyfriends are watching and have anything they want to expose, no, I'm just kidding. Right, so Queenie, blink
Oh, my
twice.
husband. Well, my
This-
ex-husband.
Did you just say 4 of your ex-husbands?
No. Oh my God! I said my ex-husband.
Your ex-husband, right? Yeah. Okay.
Four.
I was gonna say, damn. I was gonna say, girl. It's
Oh
like,
my God!
and
Four.
Just like,
they
wait a
all- they all-
minute.
and then they all suddenly pass away of food poisoning after 18 months,
Oh
right?
my God!
Yeah, the Black Widow,
Four.
as she's known back in Jamaica, the Black Widow. All right.
Oh my God! 4. That's crazy.
I love the
I
first
don't
one.
even believe. I don't even believe you should be married more than once. Please.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard you've been married 4 times, Queenie, so that's what I'm going to tell the internet. I'm going to stick with it. Everyone loves you
Once.
too much, Queenie. We need to bat you down a peg or two. I think that's So if anyone asks, Queenie's had 7 husbands, okay, and they've all suddenly passed away suspiciously. There's some put it on Reddit. Clip this, put it on Twitter. Right. So, Queenie, blink twice. Do you not think it's awfully weird? I mean, can you? And everyone in the
I
South.
I don't know what's that. What's that? I don't know what you're on about.
Queenie.
Right.
So this movie
It's a new
came
movie.
out apparently in August. Look up here, August 23rd.
Okay.
This is a movie
Okay.
starring Channing Tatum, which so big star, big budget, about a
Okay.
multi-billionaire who buys an island
Okay.
to have parties on with his friends, where everyone dresses up in white, and then sex workers and members of the public are suspiciously drugged, raped, and murdered. Do you think there's some underlying tone they're trying to discuss with us here, Queenie?
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
Oh
know.
wow. For reasons apart
Okay.
from
So here's why I
what
disagree with
you're.
you. See, if
No.
we'd heard of this,
Okay.
Queenie, I would agree with you. Okay? If we'd heard of it, I would agree with you.
If we had
Because
heard of what?
of this movie. If this had been a
Well,
big
it's because I'm not a movie person, so I wouldn't know anything about it. So for me, this is like programming. This is getting you to normalize stuff like this to make it seems natural. That's the reason why.
they're
That's the
portraying
reason
this.
why. Oh
They're
my
portraying
God! I
this.
can't believe they did this. Wow.
I know.
It's being
They're playing
portrayed,
in our faces.
it's being portrayed, Queenie, as like a nightmare, if you see what I mean. It's being
So,
declared as a nightmare in this. It's not.
you guys think that more of this is going on other than B. Diddy?
Of
Yes.
course there is.
Of course.
Oh,
And
snap.
you gotta understand, it's Queenie's the one that keeps touching on this, right? And there is some very interesting people who are behind all of this. Diddy is the low end pawn. Okay, he is the expendable, he is the cyst that grows off of the side of this nightmare that can be
He's easily expendable. He's expendable.
but they want us to think he's the kingpin. Because if we think he's the kingpin, then it's over with Diddy, right? There's nowhere else to go. But listen, I'm just going to say one name, and then Queenie can be triggered and go off on a 90-second rant. So, Clive, Queenie, Mr.
Davis.
Yes. So, what do you think about that, gentleman?
I think he's a very sinister little creepy man. Looks very creepy. I can remember
I could
just
use
looking
her.
at Whitney Houston. Oh my God, you brought up that photo. Oh,
Yep.
I can remember looking at I think Whitney was behind the scenes and he just walked up behind her and he held her around her waist, but I could see her like she cringe. But and I don't know. His eyes just look a little
He looks like a
snake.
manipulator to me. Like he manipulates.
He's a little slimy little snake.
Yes.
What about for the sake of today's live stream, we allegedly are going to have a discussion that is about allegedly the possibility of the man on screen right now being the reason for people like Diddy existing. Okay. Men at the center of this with all of the power, who control global businesses, industries and have done for years, who have interesting celebrity deaths that sort of follow in their wake. And if you're willing to get on your knees, okay, the whole industry can be at your feet. And I think that Diddy was the one willing to go furthest. Now, when we talk about crime on a basic level, it's the ones who are willing to use the most violence that tend to rule the streets. Okay. But when violence becomes such a uncivilized thing at the top echelons, sexuality and sexual assault, misconduct, all of that stuff is the weapon of choice. And this is a system that's been going on for years. We last night we seen the wonderful Jaguar on Piers Morgan, and there's a clip here.
Why there's no vindication for me.
And it's very interesting. I never realized that she was a former dominatrix. And that now is exactly why she's been declared a conspiracy. She's been discredited, all of that. It makes part. That's how little you need to have your foot in the door of the sex industry for you to just be not taken seriously. Okay. And when you've got beautiful women who are considered the high class escorts of the world, flying all around the world, documenting it all over Instagram and all this stuff, the stories that these people have of people that are like these people, the millionaire wannabe billionaires on their smaller, tinier yachts doing similar things, the international substance transporters and gangs, the stuff that I have got hopefully coming in the next couple of weeks is going to shed light on how widespread this type of Diddy mindset is out with just Hollywood and in the realm of, you know, national lottery winner amounts of money, or I just inherited 10 million from my grandparents kind of money. Like the realm of the normal person's possibility of achieving. How widespread is it all? Because I think a lot of you are going to be quite shocked.
Wow.
Let's watch this clip.
Why there's no because for 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
So Sean Carter is Jay-Z. And I think for some reason, I think it's safer for someone like Jaguar to say their birth names than it is their Hollywood names. And I honestly feel like that is because if you've got a brand that you've trademarked and copyrighted, like Beyonce, and you then go and say she is this or she is that, I think you're more liable for weird laws that go against brands and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but this is who she's talking about now.
This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right. There's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations of the misogyny in the lyrics.
Whenever somebody that's way too white says the word rap, it always makes me cringe a little bit. I just want to say.
Clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music. And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange.
Okay, so here we are mentioning Clive Davis now. And, you know, when we talk about Queenie and Letitia, about people always want the names and they want lists and they want everything put out now. And Wedger always says there'll be names on those lists that you've never heard of. There's people that are so dangerous that the public have no idea they exist. And I believe that people like Clive Davis are on the bottom of that list. And then there's another level above them that are effectively their bosses or their rulers, masters, whatever. And I think that's when the bloodlines come in, if I'm being honest. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Yep.
But I think it's very interesting how it's a mixture of ethnicities and lifestyles and orientations in the public realm of the music, film, social media, whatever world. But see, when we get up into the who's signing the checks and taking the money, a lot of dudes that look a lot like each other, okay? And none of them look like Diddy, if you know what I'm saying.
Most definitely.
Here's an interesting one, Queenie, right? Let's say for a second, the three big religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, all exist, and all the gods exist, and on another plane, all their gods are battling it out, right? Do you think if one religion was to pick the devil or whatever the deity is from hell in another religion to summon it, to use it then against everyone who's part of that religion it's from, is something that could be a spiritual thing that could happen?
Yeah, it's a spiritual warfare. I said it. It's spiritual because one of the reason we have to look and see, they have to drug people. They have to use their spirits, their alcohol, which is a spirit, to put inside of you for you to act a fool. I don't think you are.
You're missing what I'm saying. So if let's just say, for example, I was an evil billionaire. I don't know, let's just something random, like out of the three, randomly. Let's say I was a billionaire Jewish guy, and I was to then get a whole bunch of people to worship the devil from the Christian Bible, to raise him to then cause damage to the followers of that religion. Do you think that is something that could play out on a spiritual realm? It's a very bizarre hypothetical question, but I find
it's not hypothetical. I understand what you said. Yes, and that's the reason I was gonna say to you. Hence why I don't really partake in spirits, because spirits is low vibrational, and you things get inside of your body when you tend to be drinking. Yeah, I understand you.
I know your spirit and spirits connection, right? But this is so much older than all this, right? Like when we talk about harnessing energy, right? And this is what it comes down to, people. And I think one night I will do explaining to the public about ritualistic magic across the board.
Yep.
Whether it's really good stuff, normal stuff, right the way up to and it's not black magic, okay? It's dark blood rituals, okay? So get the whole white magic, black magic out your head. We're talking about stuff that it's really old, and it's really dangerous, and it's kind of like, if you're incapable of love, right? Imagine you're incapable of love, but you want to harness energy and magic. And the only way for you to truly do it, because you have no empathy, you don't know how to love, you're just full of hate and destruction. Those are the people the people that are drawn to this. Those are the people that are drawn to like torturing animals. Those are the people that are drawn to R-ing and abusing kids when it's not really about being attracted to them. It's about destroying them. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, and we're not.
Yep.
I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not going through it all. I'm just giving. This is like the Muggle reference on magic. So don't worry. I understand what you're saying. Because imagine if you wanted to get a jar of energy, right? And to fill that jar, you had to summon energy. Imagine, you know, when you feel like you're about to sneeze, that massive buildup and then a release. Okay. Imagine energy harvesting a bit like that, right? So when you torture someone and pull them apart slowly, the pain is the energy. The suffering is the energy because of the magnitude of it. All right. Do you know how when you stub your toe, you instantly get mad and you get a rush of energy and it's negative energy, right? It's like that. But when you're handed something that's so amazing or something happens that you remember and it overwhelms you with joy and you cry, there's a difference. There's a difference, okay, in how much of your body is consumed with rage and hate when something happens compared to joy in most people. All right. And people that are incapable of that it's even harder. So people that rush into horrific magic rituals, it's like they're trying to do it in the most.
Are they trying to feel something?
No, it's not about that. It's about the payoff. It's only about the deal that you've made with the demons. We'll go through all that too. You've got to understand
the high of it all.
It's not even the high of it all. It's there's a long process before you were to, if you were. So let's just say you're a billionaire. It's your first day in the cabal. There's a lot for you to be learning before you're bringing someone to an altar. You know, you've got to pick a demon, and I say demon generically, but you've got to pick a being and make a deal with that being, and that process takes time. And it depends on what the deal is. And all of this is exactly what positive witches and magic practitioners do all the time. There's very little difference, except it's like the people you surround yourself with, Queenie, right? If you make a deal with a bunch of assholes, you're going to have to do a bunch of asshole things. And
so is that okay, Ron? Because I don't really. So is this like the Freemason stuff as well?
So listen, when it comes to the Freemason stuff, I believe that the evil side of the Freemasons is like anything else. You've got evil side, you've got evil groups in Parliament, evil groups in McDonald's, evil groups in the military. You've got evil groups everywhere. But the way that the Masons works is, let's say you, me, and 10 of our friends were all Freemasons, all PDF files and all pieces of shit, right? And one of us gets to Grand Master, right? That means Grand Master can then set up his own lodge and pick what members he has. So you would just set up your lodge for all the evil bastards, right? And we know how evil working in secret seems to prosper over good working in the public. So you've had these huge selective groups that started out in secret that can handpick line-minded individuals that have popped up. And for every one lodge like that, there's probably 150, 200 lodges that are amazing. And just dude, so it's definitely not, oh, my granddad was part of the Masons, do I have to suspect him? It's not like that. It's because the Masons are already like, ooh, it's the Masons. Oh, we're all going to read this because secret society stuff. That's why everyone flags it up and pigeonholes. You have to educate yourself. Because
no. The thing is, I don't really know much about it, but I remember when I was like really young, my grandma used to like say she's going to her lodge meeting, and then I think a few years ago, someone told me that she was going to her Freemason meeting. I'm like, what?
She wasn't a Freemason. There's no girls allowed, but she'll have been a member of the Northern Star, which is the Lady Masons. And even they're not allowed to go to Masonic lodges. Like it's still, it's kind of like a club for the wives. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we got to be honest. I mean, that's literally how I see it. I think America was founded, sadly, by one of those very dark sects of Freemasonry. And I think the whole of America is a financial business, not a country. I think it's it's more like a limited company than a country.
Yeah.
And it's just been created to tax and bleed dry for these secret people who, you know, all I'm saying, right, is there seems to be a lot of people who look a lot like this, who are part of a certain religion, who have a lot of things tied to them that involve Christian words and Christian things. And it's very interesting because it's almost like propaganda within propaganda within propaganda.
Yeah, but they're not Christian. That one is not Christian.
Yeah, but we're not going to say that. We're not going to say anything like that, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're not going to say anything about any of religions. I'm just saying, if we look into it, you might find a lot of dudes that are like this are part of a certain religion, and it's interesting that the words that are used.
Oh yeah, I know this because a few months ago I was having a discussion with a friend, and I sent him a list of all the persons who are running a certain department in Congress, and they're all of the same religion, like literally.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I mean, we're not saying that. Just to be clear, me and Queenie in the Sean Atwood channel, we're not saying anything. We're just saying that it's interesting. If you, the public, were to go and Google something right now, which we're not going to talk about, that you could find out about.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the list when I saw it. I was like, what?
Yeah, I have to say though, this has taught me, out of all of the evil people in the world, P. Diddy has the dumbest smile out of all of them. Right? Look at this. I mean, this could be like an advert for like a glazing company, where it's like, top glazing company, get your windows fitted today. Another satisfied customer. Do you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the multi-ethnicical service of our new age company. And you've got like the glazing fitter here and the wee pensioner who's got new windows, and they're just having a good time.
He's always got his mouth open though, like he's getting some flies.
If you paid as much as he paid for these teeth, right, you'd be showing them off too. Okay. Like, the first thing I'm doing when I win the lottery is I'm going to go and get the bangingest. I'm going to have offensive teeth.
Me too.
When I open my mouth, I want people's quality of life to be reduced by the whiteness of my teeth. Right? Like, I want drivers to be affected, and I'm not even going to be upset about it. All right? Okay? I'm just saying. All right?
And that's not healthy teeth either. When if you get it bleached,
listen, if I win 119 million on Friday, the last thing I'm giving a crap about is my health ever again, because that'll be someone else's job to worry about. And if it's not just a case of send me a pill to fix me, I'm not really interested. Do you know what I'm saying? But my God, if I win 119 million on Friday, my live stream will be.
You can just give me a 50-pack. I'll be good. Hello, Discord.
If I win 119 million,
I'm gonna need $1 million.
Houses. Everybody's getting houses. We're just going to do a live stream where I give away houses to people, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know, like, if people, like, there's people that I've got a 1-bedroom house that if I was to spend like 90 or 100 grand on a house, their whole life changes. Do you know how many houses you get for like 30 million on a live stream just for fun? Oh, yeah. Everyone gets a house. I'll be Oprah-ing it up. Boom! House. You get a house. You get a house. Why the fuck not?
No, I would just buy that little island in Scotland that they were selling the other day.
Oh, yeah, because the minute that I become a millionaire and then buy a fucking island, okay, I'm just saying, Queenie, shall I dress in white as well, Queenie? I'm on to you. It's always the ones that preach Jesus and say they wouldn't go to parties like that I've got the skeletons. I'm fucking seeing you.
No, I need my island so I can go and raise my cows, my goats.
Aww.
So I'll give them all names.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll buy an island and then put Queenie in charge of it, because the two then because then they'll call you my fucking Maxwell. Then we're up against it, Queenie. We can't do it. All right, we're just going to have to settle for houses. We'll get secret island.
God. Whew. Oh Lord, this is too funny.
Oh, yeah, Queenie and Rocco bought a secret island to raise livestock on. Can you just see the Twitter posts? Can you see the Twitter posts now? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
No, oh Lord.
You know what we could do for fun, though? We could go through the phone book, finding all the Bill Clintons that aren't actually any relation to Bill Clinton, fly them out to the island, and then release the manifest, and it will just say B. Clinton and all the times that they've traveled. That's what we'll do. We'll make up a island. I'm sorry, we've gone off on one.
God.
We've gone off.
Wow.
It's a Daily Show, man. It's that somebody was in the side chat being like, the Daily Show is not as informative. It's a Daily Show. It's 2:00 in the afternoon for me here. We're trying to keep it light and pacey. All right. We're trying to bring something a little bit more entertainment-y and then drop in the bombs. Jesus.
Dear.
Man, I'm just never happy.
Oh, this little creepy little man. He's such a little creep.
Yeah, he's a manipulator. I feel like he was trying to but manipulate with Whitney Houston. I really do.
I love the way you tried to say manipulate.
Exploited her.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, this is it. But it's Whitney Houston's death as well. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd seen Whitney Houston's former, substance dealer doing a podcast about just how frequent they were facilitating, because you got to remember as well. Do you know what else I wanted to say, right? How do you just become a celebrity substance dealer? Or like, how do you just suddenly launch a brand or something just for celebrities, right? Because it always fascinates me when, like, for example, the guy from Friends, he passed away. And then it turns out that his supplier was this Instagram dealing woman who was prided in being a substance seller to the celebrities and all of this. And it just seems mad, because when you look
can I ask, Ron, if they're the ones that supplying them and then they pass away, aren't they liable for that murder?
I think that's what is happening in the case with the guy from Friends. I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry.
Chandler.
Yeah, I think something like that has been put in place. I think it's one of those state law things, Queenie, in America, where and I think in this country, after the death of a little girl whose name I can't remember because of ecstasy, there might be a certain a similar law. But I know when a batch of bad pills, as they call them, get put out, people destroy their supply. Like, they don't want to be tied to it. Do you know what I mean? If they've got those pills in the UK, it tends to. So I think maybe you're right.
I think so, because Michael Jackson's, what happened to his doctor, he administered it, but
he didn't do anything. It was from a higher power.
One second. George, join the Discord, mate. George, if you're there, join the Discord right freaking now. Good to see you, man. Like, holy smokes, join the Discord right now. And then go and post something in Gen Chat, but go and do it right now, mate. So good to see you. So good to see you. Yeah, good, right, nice one. Good lass. Frick yeah. So a big shout out to George, been a follower of all the content madness for years and years and years. So really good to see you. A lot of people, man, coming back out of the woodwork, metaphorically speaking, making sure I back up everything that I'm producing now on my channel. It kind of has alerting a lot of the old crew, and it's good. It's good. Now, so we need to keep in the back of our minds that we're being convinced that Diddy is some sort of kingpin. We're being convinced that he is the boss. But imagine this like McDonald's, okay?
I'm not convinced anyway, but let's say I am. Yeah,
that's because you are old school woke now, Queenie. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not new school woke. You're old school woke. Do you know what I'm saying? And hats off to you, man. I wish I had the first.
I'm not woke. Woke people is crazy people, and I'm not crazy.
I said you're old school woke, not new school woke. Okay.
Is there a difference? Yes. Woke is woke.
Yeah, no, Queenie. So the term woke was hijacked by the woke movement. Okay.
Okay.
The old school term of woke means that you're awake, your eyes are open. Okay.
Okay. They're not wide shut. Okay.
Yes, there's a big difference.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hashtag old school woke. All right. Or hashtag old school woke. Also, as well, I'm not saying anything, right? But Letitia, is that like white nails and a white top you're wearing there? Where do you live, Letitia? What is going on here? Okay.
Texas.
Have you infiltrated YouTube to put out, an empathetic sort of emotions towards Diddy? I'm onto you. I'm watching you. I'm just busting chops. So we need to keep in mind that there's people behind there. So if we imagine this Diddy situation like McDonald's, and Diddy is like the manager, there's no one else in that building above Diddy. So all of his staff and employers, who are the other celebrities, see him
Answer to him. Yeah.
Where the buck stops, right? And we, the public, are the people who are brought into this, or the people watching the news or whatever. They see all the staff and they see the person where the buck stops. But imagine the rest, imagine the regional manager and then the national manager of all of these stores. That's how we have to look at this, because there's a bigger story here. And the reason that we have a pyramid of crime is so that people can be cut loose, and the people with the money at the top can stay as far away from the danger as possible, but still reap the benefits. And,
keep their hands clean.
Yeah. 100%. And people often say, you hear about, these international cartels or dealers or things like this, and they've made $100 million in one trade. A smart man at the top, he'll be maybe taking home 30 million out of that 100, making sure everyone's paid off and is well, and anything left afterwards, it's all good. Because the last thing you want is underpaid, easily bought off individual members of your staff that can't be controlled. So, okay, we've got unusual join activity about Discord server and capture block suspicious.
Oh, it's because you just share it, so people be joining.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's just. All right, we'll let it. I mean, yeah, people should be joining. Like our Discord.
Said,
our Discord.
Find the interview. Brandy got a note from Whitney Houston. Remember, I think Clyde Davis was interviewing Brandy and Monica, and Whitney Houston slipped her a note. And I don't know if she was talking about Clyde Davis, trying to tell her to be careful or what.
Yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing as well. You heard Jaguar talking about women in the industry 20 years ago saying, "Oh, honey, just stay away from him. Honey, don't go near him." And she says that is it's almost like when the whole "oh, boys will be boys" got called out, and that sort of mindset was stamped out. We really, really need to take a look at the women as well as the men who surrounded all of this, and whether it was the era, the time, the mindset, the culture back then, who passively, directly or indirectly, facilitated and allowed these things to go on. And I don't mean from a "oh, I heard things" point of view. I mean from a "oh, I went to one of the parties one time, and then when I got through the third door, I shit myself and ran home and kept my mouth shut for 30 years. Those people.
Right. I did a live yesterday, and I really am disturbed by all of those people that knew.
Yeah.
And didn't say anything, but allowed these women and men to be violated.
Yeah. Well, this is a sad thing, Letitia, and I hate to. It's always upsetting when a friend and a work colleague like yourself gets dragged into realities that you've managed to avoid your whole life. And you need to prepare yourself, because over time, you will start seeing the world a little bit differently. And it may start seeming like it's a less fun place for you to live in because you know these truths. That's when you remember that these people are incapable of love, and look around you and what love has built for you. And be rest assured that these people live in the shadows and in fear, because if we all knew the truth and how few of them there is to overcome, they'd be wiped out very fast. So you got to remember. You know?
That's the reason why they're in the shadow, isn't it?
100%. 100%. Like every single thing that the globalization of the world, that is a terrible idea, right? So for example, if we lived in a world where everyone decided on one language, we had freedom of religion, we had one currency, it wasn't USA, the UK, it was just planet Earth, everything was shared so that all the countries were balanced, all of this madness, microchips in your hand, easy travel and all this. These are all brilliant ideas. It's just the people that would be implicating and running it are fucking lunatics. And that's the problem, because it's actually stifled any sort of unity that we would have around the world. I mean, why are we not using the really, like, for example, Australia? Why isn't Australia at the center of harnessing world energy? Do you see what I mean? And places that have big dams and all this stuff. Why isn't it all brought together? Because division is better. Division is way better. And it's scary when you start seeing the economic plans that are still attached to the people that are tied to people like Diddy. Because when we've got people that can go to sleep at night after, you know, displacing 10,000 people across Africa just to move a pipeline, we're talking about people that have no problem with the actions that Diddy gets up to and those that they ritualistically worship. Do you know what I mean? Now you sound like a globalist. Well, listen, okay? When Ron talks like this, Ron's talking about a fantasy world where we're not run by evil people, all right? Where we're in a perfect fantasy realm when Ron says this, okay? And it's unachievable. Even if you wanted to bring a debate to the table about how we would achieve global unity, it would take months for us to decide what color the lines painted on the road would be, let alone currency or anything like that. It's almost like as a global civilization, we've expanded our race past a resolution state. And it fascinates me, bro. That's what fascinates me, because it's almost like it's by design. Because if you ask people, hey, would you like to just sit down and change everything if you had the option to turn off the government and start again? Everyone would probably say yes. But, I mean, where do you even start with the rebuilding? You know, I often say it would take an alien invasion.
The Ron Procento.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what I'm saying. It's a fascinating debate topic because it's an achievable thing, but there's too many of us. There's just too many of us to sit down and agree on something, and it's frustrating, you know.
And you know, it's not. The problem is what you just said. It's like power corrupts, and once people have power, they feel like, okay, I can lord it over you. So it will never work. It will never work.
So true. And you know what? It's power on a traditional fame level, and it's a power on a ritualistic point of view. Once you've seen the manifestations of ritual, whether it's positive or negative, whether the will and the intent is good or bad, the belief, when you have, listen, when you have a solid belief in something, when your intent and your will is so void of doubt in what you are manifesting and projecting, it is something that so few people ever experience, because a lot of people project a reality that they have 99% doubt of in their mind. It's just a falseness they project. And that is where intention and will and belief comes into magic and all this. Once these mother frickers have seen that, that's where the addiction comes. That's where the God sensation comes from, because you know, you've seen it. You've seen what science and these people have said does not exist, and now you know why there's a 1%. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
So we'll do a night where I go over examples of the stuff these people do that is not the stuff they do, all the way up to why they do it, because I think a lot of you may be interested in finding out that, because not a lot of people talk or really go into it in a way that, I mean, maybe I do sound crazy, but I know what I've seen, and I was not religious until I had my religious moment. I'm just saying, okay, like I was a non-believer in anything. I respected people's religion, but I was like, I mean, come on. Undying, unwavering faith. Come on. And then it happened. And yeah. And then it happened to me. And now I've never been more centered, more powerful, more confident ever.
That's good, Ron.
It's great. It's great, man. So let
me ask you a question, Ron. These two people on the screen here, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
That one that they said was Steen, do you think he is really on the other side?
Okay, so I'll give you the 10-minute tinfoil hat breakdown of my two favorite theories on.
Okay.
On
Can I tell you mine first?
Yes, please, Queenie.
Okay. I don't believe he is on the other side. I believe he's walking around among us with a different look.
In limbo?
Oh, no.
Oh, Letitia, you're adorable. No. So you're going down he lives in normal society again, but he's had facial reconstructive surgery and he's
really?
Yes. So that's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Okay. So is that because he worked with the government or because the powers that be let him away with it to convince us all that he was dead?
He's working with them. So they had to. Yes.
So, yeah, okay. So that's one theory, right? But what about Queenie? What if this is a reward? What if the man on the island and Diddy have achieved the top echelon rank and have now been taken away to the elite millionaire world and have become the faceless new lower management because of the time that they've served and the greatness that they have done for their worship?
Wow, that's far.
Could you imagine if these two, if Diddy ends up like Epstein, if what happens publicly when they pass over is them now dead in the public eye, no one will ever be looking for them, and they go and join the faceless elite blood groups, maybe go marry a daughter, a Rothschild allegedly.
Well, that's one of my thinking too. That's when I say walking among us, not naturally like out on the street, but still doing their thing, but under different guise.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if this was a Netflix series, that would be the story I would go with, because that is like, what, mate? That would make a great show. I'm just saying, because that is like crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, they're still okay. Discord, they're still arming kids. Where's the almost 500,000 children that came into the US? No one can find them. Yep. Where's all these children that in Hawaii, in Maui? Where are they?
Well, here's
apparently those people who've got crazy money, they've got bunkers that they're building. What's going on with that? So this is still going on.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? See if it wasn't America, right? See if it was Walmart, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And 50,000 children over a couple of years vanished from Walmart. Things would be handled very differently, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I mean, 50,000, losing 50, how did you say 50,000 or 500,000 children?
It's 500,000.
Okay, so 500,000 kids. Like, losing 500,000 Mars bars is a bit mad, right? That it goes unspoken about. But why do you think we've been so conditioned to just be like, oh yeah, of course, I went on a plane once and they lost my luggage, so of course 50 million kids. I mean, it's normal, right? It's just, it's a third world country, right? Why is this the biggest pandemic that's going on around the world, whether it's people, whether it's kids? Why is it just like, from a media point of view, a nothing burger?
Well, because that's what their class does. Nothing, innit?
But it's not even interesting. It's quite a scary passive conditioning.
We have to look as well that who owns the media, who owns the stuff that put out all the stuff to us. So if they are control, people are not gonna be hearing about all these things that are happening. They tell them what to put out.
Of course, I completely agree. But here's the thing: if we all agree that this is an open secret, okay, do you not think that we're at a point now where we're seeing a new age of younger generation, right? The 20-year-olds now who are getting success online. They're not doing it the traditional way and aren't standing for the things that are traditionally known within film. There's an artist right now, Queenie. She was a singer for years. Then she blew up online and literally in a week went from being someone who played in local bars to having millions of followers. And she keeps going on TikTok and saying, will you stop coming up to me and, demanding pictures and wanting to talk to me? It's fucking weird. And she's speaking directly to her fans here. Do you know what I mean? And it's I
remember that.
It's seeing this traditional, voiceless, putting up with their space being violated, being overturned. So
but that was like back in the days, though, with when you were like true celebrity. People, you don't just give out free. People taking photos with you. It was very rare to see someone on the streets or stuff like that.
I agree.
This is one of the reason why they want to control the internet so bad, because of what is happening. They want to take back control because they've lost it. They've lost the massive that we're thinking. Our thought process is totally different. We now are looking at, oh my God, everything that we were taught, we need to unlearn them, because no, this is not what. No. So this is why they want to control what we see, what we hear, what we discuss. Like, no, that's the reason why they want to curb free speech. That's the reason why they want to curb free movements across the globe. They don't want these things. They want to take back control, and we cannot let them, because they're not gods. Who the hell die and put them in charge of us? F off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, arguably, you could say that your Lord and Savior died and then left a bunch of crazy people in charge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, he didn't. Hell to the no.
Oh, my God, Queenie. There was a TikTok of someone who has rewritten the Bible for millennials. And they've changed all of the conversations to millennial language. And they've not done it half-arsed. And it's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing I have ever. It was a preacher. It was a preacher in America who was talking about it at his ceremony, and he read part of it out. He read the conversation between Mary and I don't know if it was God or someone. It was Mary and someone, and it was so good. It was priceless. It was priceless.
Oh my
goodness! Well, here's the thing.
Oh, please find it so I could hear
I will. I'll go and find
blaspheme.
I remember growing up, my mum had the full Bible. It was about this thick, and the whole thing was a cartoon. Like, it was like a comic book strip. The whole freaking story of the whole. I mean, it was massive.
Okay, and was it like a yellow cover book?
No. It was super old, but it was like what was available to introduce children to religion when my mum was growing
Yeah,
up. See what I mean?
that's the one. That's why
Yeah.
I asked, because the one that we had was like a yellow cover one, and it have like drawings and
This looked like
yeah.
some like Charles Dickens era shizness, right? It was.
Okay.
She might still have it. So it fascinates me when you see the 2024 version of making it accessible to a younger generation. We need to find this, right? Let me get this.
See, this is where I am not I don't know, certain things I'm very traditional in, and I just don't believe certain things should change. Nothing has changed about
Okay. So
the
do you
Lord,
think
the Savior, the Lord or Creator. He hasn't changed, so why should His word change?
okay, so I'm going to fucking ruin your whole thought process now, right? So
Okay,
what you're saying is, should we go back to the first irritation of the Bible then, if that's the original word of God? Should people go to hell for eating fish on a
no,
Friday?
you're totally. See, this I knew this. First and foremost, yeah, we're not going back into the Old Testament, because that's one of the reasons He sent His Son down here to die for us.
I feel
When He came down here, the two things that He said we should have for each other is love each other and do charity. Those two things, and we should live by the 10 commandments. And once we do those things, we are fine. That's me. That's my belief. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's cool. That was a good answer. That's a good answer. I give you like 9.5 out of 10 for that. I think that was a good way of putting that. I mean, another one for you.
yeah, that's
See,
yeah.
all the
Go
people-
on.
how about this then? All the people that went to hell during the Old Testament for eating fish on a Friday, should they all get into heaven now because of the reiteration of the Bible where it's okay to eat fish on a Friday? Like, should their souls be
What?
released? Well, because it used to be a sin to eat fish on a Friday.
Well, God forgives you, so
all
I'm
the-
sure
all the
they're
people
forgiven.
that
Once you repent, once you listen, this is where we have freedom. We've got choice. Yeah, we
Yes.
choice.
We sin all the
The
time.
left or right, or we can go straight ahead. If they repent and say, I did wrong, forgive me, of
Yes.
course.
Yeah.
Of
Exactly.
course.
It's definitely
Of
not a
course.
system. It's definitely not a system that facilitates the redemption of all of those lovely priests that do all of those lovely things to all of those little boys. Okay, are you ready for this, Queenie? This is Gen Z Bible translation. Are you ready?
Okay.
Translation out called the Gen Z Bible, where someone had taken the scriptures and translated it into Gen Z language. Now I'm going to read part of this. I do want to let you know I would never dishonor God's word. I have triple checked this to make sure this is exactly what Luke 1 communicates when the angel talks to Mary. Check this out.
It's so good.
Mary was a pick-me girl for God and was simping for him in prayer when the angel Gabriel appeared to her and said, "Ayo, you're a real one and the top G is feeling you." The top G! But she thought his compliment was sus and gave him the side eye. So he said, "Baby girl, chill. God sent me to tell you you've passed his vibe check. And low-key, he wants you to have the main character. You name him Jesus and they will all say, he's him." She said, "How can this be since I promised him my body count will always be 0?
Brilliant.
Respectfully. He said, "This ain't about cuffing season, for the Holy Spirit will live rent-free in you and your boy Jesus will be a divine bro. Beside, your cousin Elizabeth is with child, she who is already older than a boomer and whose husband is way past beekeeping age." So Mary said, "Bet." Gabriel left her on red and she let the Holy Spirit cook.
Fucking yes. I could listen to that shit all day.
Oh my goodness. I didn't
telling you
understand
now.
a single thing he said because I don't know them words.
I'm telling
I
you now.
literally, I don't understand nothing he just read.
It was
Holy
like a
Jesus.
slang.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
now.
I don't understand anything. We
If-
bind, oh dear.
I'm telling you now,
Okay.
if anyone ever puts the whole version of that online, that's 1 billion views. Because I mean,
Okay.
just from a workload point of view, to take the whole Bible and put it into something that is so
Oh, well,
far
I
from what
did not understand anything he said. Oh, I
yeah,
don't even know them
understood it.
words.
I understood it all. It was the fact that like it led the whole and they just let him cook.
I
It's just
I
so
know what that scripture says because he was explaining
yeah.
to her about getting pregnant and the stuff. Wow, but wow.
So here's the interesting thing. Like, if that was to come out as the whole Bible like that, a
Ooh.
billion people would watch that, and people who've never ever taken a second to think about religion would watch it and could possibly, you know, go on a spiritual fight. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm not even a Jesus Crew member.
That would be a good
You know what I
thing
mean?
because they're
I mean,
coming closer and closer to God.
not for me in the grand scheme of the holy war.
Well,
No,
for
but great for the
me,
Jesus Crew.
I know that my creator has not changed, so I don't see why his words should change.
Listen, your creator is just a youngling, mate. He's one of the new kids on the block. Relax, okay? Relax. He's a newbie. He's a
Yeah, I
newbie.
have mixed feelings about the situation.
Yep. Is that a polite? What are you politely trying to tell us?
Well, I'm with Queenie on that. You know, the word shouldn't change, and you don't have to change to make it, you know, but you can change it to make it reach more people and younger people. I mean, that's what they're trying to do, right?
Well, listen, your God's all about doing
See,
charity.
this is dumbing down the society because all them words, I don't even know what they half of them mean. What the hell was all them things? I swear I don't even understood.
But I guess
How,
Generation Z would understand.
I know the scripture that he's reading from,
Yeah.
but I didn't understand anything he was saying. So is it an age thing then, Ron?
It's maybe just a culture thing, not an age thing. If you watch a lot of stupid YouTube that I watch, you'll have learned all these things. I know every word that they were saying because of the media I consume and the creators and things like this, not because I'm down with the young team, if you know what I mean.
Someone just tell me that
listen,
I need to go and read Hebrew. 1 minute. Someone just said I need to go read Hebrew and Greek. If I was from that country or that whatever, I would be, but I normally read King James version, and I read like the Maccabee Bible. I read
Hey, stop promoting Jesus shit. Okay, stop naming books that people can Google. Nah. We're not promoting that. We're the Jesus Crew. We're just talking about them, right? I'm not part of the Jesus Crew.
Praise be to God. I'm not ashamed to talk about my God, Ron. And you're not afraid to talk about yours either. And I'm not telling you not to.
Listen. In the grand scheme of the gods, your God has an easier rebrand than one of my gods is a fucking war god, right? Like try and spin that into modern society. They all have to adapt. And I'm telling you now, as somebody who would never watch I watched The Passion of the Christ, right? But I would never watch or listen to Jesus movies or anything like that. I would watch the entire Gen Z Bible being read out just because when I was growing up, I went to Sunday school. I've had an influence of the Bible on me, and I would love to see like when they take an old movie and remake it for a new audience. That's what I feel like they're doing. And from a tool to push something out, even if people are there just for the entertainment of it, I think that's freaking awesome. You might not like it. The purists might, oh man, this guy, he's got a cross. You know he ain't down with this. Okay. So Christopher, I hope I'm not offending you. I'm just putting a point of view across from like a marketing tool point of view. Just so you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm not going to say that. But listen, I love talking about the hypotheticals of religion and belief and spirituality and how old the world is and things that are in play that are older than the religions that dominate the world, and is that bad? It's fascinating to me. It really, really is, because I love it, and especially when it comes from you're a blind believer, like you've got blind faith, because I'm not a blind faith believer. Do you see what I mean? That's the thing. I was given solid evidence that I was like, oh wow, this has just happened to me, and now I'm a believer. It's the same. Maybe it's the same as what people with ghosts. Oh, I'll believe it when I see it. That was what I was like with religion, and then I see it, and that was me.
So why, if that's how you believe your God or whatever you're, why you can't believe that's the same for people who believe in the creator, the being that creates them?
No. I fully respect the Jesus crew and all the other religions and the people that follow whatever. I'm not a blind believer.
I've got some testimonies. I've got stuff that happened to me that if I tell you the stuff, you personally, it's not of a man that brought me out of certain situation, but I had something higher. Trust me. If I tell you a few stuff about my life. So
I'm not talking.
It's just the same how you say that you've gone through experiences. I've gone through stuff too. Hence why I've got my beliefs.
What I'm not talking about I found strength from a higher power to get me through something. I mean, stood in front of me, right? Is one of the deities I believe in, right? That happened in the middle of the woods in a circumstance I cannot explain. An otherworldly, a completely spiritual moment, and I can't explain it. And that's why I'm a believer, because they were stood in front of me.
Okay, I've got experiences too that I could speak about too. Yeah, I
listen
do.
again, and that's not me taking away anyone that has blind faith. It was never like that for me. I never had I can commit to this my whole life through blind faith. And that's why it took such a massive moment for me. And it was crazy. If anyone knows what fire...
It's not a blind faith, because as me personally at the moment, I don't subscribe to Christianity, to any church. I don't want to go to any more Anglican church or Catholic church. I don't subscribe to anything like that, because for me, all these denominations, they're all division, and I don't believe in division. I literally don't. So for me, I'm not into any of those things. I just believe that my creator, I
just want to say to anyone, I'm not in any way belittling the hierarchy of how people get to a belief system. It's a personal thing. And for me, I wasn't even on a religious quest. Was I sober? Yeah, 100%. Have you ever heard of fire gazing? If people know what fire gazing is, I was doing that alone in the woods, big bonfire, and I had listen. When you spend a lot of time in the woods and you build obscene fires, you kind of get a knowledge for how long it takes for a 12-foot bonfire to burn down to nothing, right? And the moment in time that I experienced, in the space of what felt like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, when it was over, the fire was gone and I was still where I was.
Wow.
And I cannot explain it. And I'll talk about it again in full one day. And that's when I became religious. That's why I've got the markings on my hand. That's why I've got a son named Odin, you know? So it's interesting. But see, when you feel like you're trying to reinterpret a system that was never documented with gods whose mindset and former ways of worship really don't fit in with the modern world, it's finding ways for them to fit in and continue within those modern times, if that makes sense for me. It's deep. It's fucking deep with me, man. I'm telling you, when we get on a religious discussion, it gets real deep because of what I believe I'm doing. And I sound crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay, I've been tested. I'm just saying. But listen, when it comes to that stuff, that's my experience, and it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It's a great experience.
One more time, join my Discord. After the stream later on with John Wedger, we're going to be having a little watch party. If you guys want to go grab some beers or whatever you want to do, and we'll sit and we'll go through this. Listen, I just want to say as well, personally, if my gods exist, I personally believe everybody's gods exist. Okay? Just to be clear, I am not... my religion's better than yours. My religion is the only true religion. I'm not that guy at all. I believe all the gods exist, and that's it. Basically, I don't think there's just one God. I think there's freaking wads of them, and some of them are older, some of them are known, some of them are great, some of them are horrible. And the most recent one to make his mark is the Jeebus crew. Do you know what I mean? And I believe in all of it. I think the guy who was the PR manager for Jesus back in the day, if we were to trace all of the biggest marketing companies lineage back, I bet the top marketing executives in the world are linked to the families who helped promote Jesus. Because selling that in a modern, could you imagine how many times, just for the sake of argument, how many times since 1950 to now has Jesus come back, declared he's Jesus, and has been put in a mental hospital? How many times? Because I'm telling you, probably half a dozen at this point. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if he was to come back now as a normal man, like he did the first time, because I'm telling you now, there's a good chance that whole wine and fish thing was very much like, okay.
Actually, I don't think so, Ron, because if someone can look like someone else and say they're something else, I don't think so. That he would be welcome now.
If a white guy in 2024 just appeared and went, I'm the son
then
of God.
If a white guy can go into the prison and say he's a woman and go inside a woman prison, why can't a white guy come and say he's God's or Jesus? Why?
Ever. I expected more from you in a debate scenario, Queenie. I expected more.
No. In the time that we're living right now, it is possible people wouldn't have any issues, because if people don't have issue with a man who has crazy to get a woman pregnant and can go inside a prison and impregnate all of them, why?
I'm not being funny though. In fact, no, let's not. I'm not going to say anything. Caught you that time, ADHD. Okay, so your argument's a bit lame, but I'm just saying.
No, it's not, Ron. It's not.
I know, in my opinion, it is, and it's okay. We're still pals. But what I'm saying to you is, if Jesus came back with the same marketing strategy of "you need to believe me. If you believe me, you will be saved," right? He's going in the mental bin, mate. He is going in the mental bin.
So why are these men who are saying that man can have their cycles and give birth, why aren't they going in the mental bin?
Because they're part of the crew that wouldn't want Jesus to come back, because then Jesus would have all the control. You see what this is the most random direction this has went, right? I completely agree with you. I'm not. You're coming into this is a bullshit, funny comment I'm trying to make, not a hardcore debate topic, Queenie. Just go, ha ha ha. You're right, Ron. They probably would, because no one would believe it, and then we fucking move on, mate. All right. I know Queenie's correct. Okay, I'm just saying, sometimes it's not that big a deal. Sometimes it's not that big a deal. We don't have to go full Reddit moderator every time, Queenie. Okay? I'm just saying, sometimes it's just having a laugh and trying to raise it all a little bit. Okay. Freaking love you, Queenie, man.
God, this is too much.
I wish I had all the early episodes right before Queenie went on the internet looking for answers herself, because
this is too much. This is too much. I swear. Whew.
Listen, this is why we love you, Queenie. This is why I love this panel and this show. It's always a different dynamic depending on what people are here, and I love busting your chops, Queenie. It's one of my favorites.
God.
in the whole world. Like, I love busting your chops. It's the same as Letitia. Like, when Letitia's here by herself, well, that time I got her trapped on my channel. I think she thought she was joining the Sean Atwood channel, and she joined about 40 minutes into me ranting about PDF files, and she kept trying to talk about Meghan and Harry, and at one point I just removed her from the stream when she tried to do it, and I think she was a bit taken back by the madness that occurs. So yeah. Plus, as well, I think Letitia, the lady, your work colleague that you're on the panel with here, Lady Letitia. Listen, Queenie's got too big now. All right, she's got too big a fan base to even take notice of anyone else now. All right, that's where we're at.
Oh, don't say that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just busting your chops. You didn't hear me properly.
Oh no, I don't. You know, my son keeps telling me I need to have a channel, but I can't.
Why?
They would ban me instantly from
You think?
YouTube. Oh yes.
No. They would ban you if you spoke how you wanted to speak. But when
yes, and I don't think I should dumb myself to please the dumber.
So then you're playing into their hands. So you're a fool.
Yeah.
So
no, that's the thing. I'm not playing their games. I'm not playing their silly games.
The game they want you to play is stubbornness, okay, and having too much pride. I'm pretty sure that's a sin. Not putting your pride aside for the benefit of the goodness of man, which would be your voice being heard in a way that it can be delivered as a weapon by speaking algorithm. Isn't that really what is at the center of Jesus's message? Fight the oppression, be the charitable voice, be the voice for man, and you're going to play into the hand of the devil. Sister, recognize
glory. Hallelujah.
Feel the light of Jesus in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Oh, the Discord link's expired. Oh, brilliant. Okay, let me do that.
This is too much. I swear down. Whew.
I would love to know. I would be on your channel every day, Queenie.
No, I swear down. I don't know how to speak dumb. I don't. I literally. I swear. Honestly. I tried to like say certain stuff, and then I'm like, oh my god, that sounds so weird. Don't say that.
Oh yeah, like you're always cautious.
Yeah,
of what you say. That's
yeah. I cannot. Ron, I don't know if you know, just like when you're speaking about certain stuff, I do not participate because my language won't be good for the algorithm.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm well aware of the tricks that I need to do to drag you down to my level. Oh yeah, I know how to bait Queenie in and drag her down to my level every time. Don't worry. She thinks she's safe from all, but really I'm the puppet master. Okay, I know what to say just to sprinkle it in, and then just say the last thing, and then Queenie's just she's gone. She's gone. I can't even remember what we're meant to be talking about. Okay, do you know what?
These two horrible people, these two creatures, and
about an hour and 30 minutes.
We're having too good a time now. Let's not fucking ruin it by talking about these assholes again. Here's Shane, boy. Oh, he's put himself in. What's happening, Shane? What's happening?
Hey, did you see my message about not putting Discord links out right this second? I'm trying to fix something.
No. I'm in the middle of a live stream.
I understand that, but you saw Monica's thing, and I just said, Ron, don't put any links in there because people are sharing them all over the place, and we're getting raided, and I'm having to fix the server, so I've shut all the links off. So
what do you mean? What do you mean raided? How many people have joined?
Well, when you have multiple people join at one time, there's a security system that shows it being raided, so I have to fix that. And then you've got people that have joined the server that are actually creating their own links, and that's not supposed to happen either, according to the settings. I'm just trying to fix everything.
Yeah, with you. Yeah, okay, no problem. You're rooting out bugs. I'm with you, mate. No problems.
Yeah, okay, so I turned them off. I mean, you can create them, but I've got them shut off for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, you go turn them all back on, and I'll not touch any more buttons.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll get it fixed very shortly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, have I frozen? What just happened there?
No, you're not, Ron. We can see you.
Are we there? Okay, yeah, we're back. Okay. I think
we're all here.
Shane, are you still there?
No. I think he's coming and he's going.
Yeah, Discord notification will go away. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, apologies then. The Discord, we're just dealing with some being too popular and being the cool kids on the block scenario. You know what it's like.
Oh,
It's tough at the top,
wow.
people. It's tough at the top. So
It's gone to his head now.
no, listen, the Discord, people love the Discord, man. The people love the Discord.
Half of the stuff I don't even know. I swear.
Yeah. Queenie's on it. That's how cool it is, man. Okay, so if Queenie's there, come on.
I'm just. I rarely interact because it's weird. There's too much different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it takes all sorts to build a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do say hi and stuff, but when you say hi here and then you go back there somewhere else, I'm like, I wasn't here just now, so it's weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, we're having a good time now. Let's talk about outrageous theories about this movie because I can't wait to watch this. And again, once we get Discord sorted out, what I'll do is on the Project Rook YouTube channel. If we get all of the security stuff sorted and I get the green light from the server mods, I'll post a new link on my community page after the John Wedger show, and I'll give you an update on it on the John Wedger show so that people know if they can come and join because it's going to be a good fun. It's going to be good fun time. Good fun time, you know? Good fun time. So yeah. But what else can I tell you guys? Like I say, we've got John Wedger tonight. Sean's streaming every 5 minutes, so there'll be something new coming. I mean, I think we've got a psychic that's coming in to do psychic readings on Diddy. It is just
what time today that is, because I did hear
I don't know.
John saying
assume if you're going to ask me for more details I've not given, I'm too stupid to have looked up those details before the show, and all you're doing is making me look like an asshole. So I'm just saying. All right. So I'll look it up now. Hang on a sec. One moment, please. So we have got Wedger at 8. Oh, I'm gonna say that's me. We're live at 2:30. Then we've got. I think that's it. Where's the psychic? Diddy's Evil Secrets. Maybe this. Oh, here we go. Psychic remote viewer. That is October 4th. That's tomorrow at 7:30.
Oh, the psychic is tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I thought it was today.
That's all right. That's all right. You're welcome. You're welcome, me. I'm glad that I could fix that for you. Do you know what I mean? This is the kind of guy I am. I'm a solutions guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I thought it was today.
Yeah. I mean, it might be. Reading things off the screen can be hard for me, Queenie. But
so
yeah.
What else is happening in the world then, Ron? You did not let us see the baby yesterday.
The baby heartbeat. My God, I forgot. Guys, so this is amazing.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to do a whole show on it.
What, on just my baby's heartbeat? How self-centered and freaking egotistical do you think I am? Pretty egotistical. Maybe we should do that. In fact, let's make it a member stream and then put the membership.
Yes, Wild Child. That's me. That's me. The Wild Child.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. We post
Wild Azzy. That's me. Hello. Wild Azzy.
Oh, here we go. Right, so I need to save it.
Yeah, look, this is wonderful.
All right, 1 second. For the love of God, just there we go.
Amen.
Okay. Let me close this. Then we go into here. And then we try and find it. There it is. So give me 1 second, everyone. We go here. And then to hear. Can you hear this? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard something just now.
Okay, yeah, because I don't want to put the video up. I just want to play the sound. Here you go.
Little bit.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
I feel like I can just get that off me.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh, no, I don't want to sing that song.
How cool. Very strong heartbeat.
It's freaking awesome.
She's a strong little lass. She's a strong little lassie.
Now I want to have another one.
Yeah, honestly, Dan said to me last night, she's like, oh, if there was ever a day before where we were like, oh, she's not moving around that much, those days are gone. She's like, as soon as she touches her stomach, Nova's inside just giving it the kung fu chops and trying to do backflips. It's freaking awesome. She
hurt her tummy sometimes. Like, is it uncomfortable?
Yeah, Dan didn't sleep for the last 5 days because of how sore her ribs have been and stuff. Everything that's on like the list of side effects of a pregnancy, Dan's had them all. Every nightmare scenario, not nightmare scenario, everything that would amount to be a miserable, all the miserable things that can happen to a woman, Dan's getting slapped with them hard. Bless her cotton socks.
She had morning sickness.
She got the morning sickness. She lost her appetite to the point where she was a pregnant woman losing weight.
Oh, bless her.
Then she couldn't sleep. Then she was getting the rib pain. Then she went off all of her food. Everything tasted different. Then her appetite came back. And then she developed mad heartburn. It's just been, it's like the pregnancy has been like a massive.
Oh my goodness. Let me not bored. I never have any of them things. Praise God.
Listen, I hear you. So yeah.
Oh, bless
Do I speak
her.
to Nova through Dan's belly? I speak to Nova by shouting into Dan's belly button. And I do it in the most like outrageous, unnecessary fashion.
The poor child is gonna, when she come out, she's gonna be looking at you like, you little so and so.
You know when you see those videos of babies that get frights and they kind of go like this and they sort of jolt up like that. I'm trying to minimize that once she comes out of the womb, because I do a lot. Like I go from being silent to just bursting into song, and like there's no. If I could live in I would love to wake up and we all lived in a musical, right? Could you imagine arguing with
Ron? The brain that Ron has is so
could you
crazy.
Imagine? Could you imagine this panel having a heated debate, and just before the debate starts, you hear like the beat coming in, right? And we have to sing the main part because it's like the main part of the show. Could you imagine arguing with your partner, but the whole thing is a musical? It'd be fucking awesome. It'd be way less stressful, man. It's a better use of energy. Do you know what I'm saying? It would be freaking amazing.
I swear.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness, Ron.
Yeah.
You're living.
Should we pull out the map of the world again and correct some of the countries and where they should be for the last 10 minutes? No, we'll save them from that. We'll save that for another day.
Definitely living in La La Land, Ron. I swear down.
Listen, it's kept me alive till now. All right, I'm going to be mocking La La Land. All right, okay. It's a good place. It's a good place. Well, listen, if you guys have got any questions, put them in the side chat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Lady Letitia pick the next subject, and we'll talk about whatever Lady Letitia wants to talk about for like the next 10 minutes or so. Because, you know, what would you like to talk about, Lady Letitia?
Well, you know, I would like to know what's going on with the gruesome twosome, but it doesn't seem like anything is going on. It feels like they're fading, and P. Diddy has taken over the airwaves.
Okay. Well, I get what you're saying. It's like, okay, let's just for a second, just bring into what I think Letitia's point is. Let's just, for the last part of the show, let's assume that Diddy and his outing was all a planned distraction from something else, right? So for the rest of the show, we're all going to pretend that Diddy was this was all planned so that we're being distracted from someone else. What is your top pick from what we're being distracted from? Side chat and my panel members. I just want to reiterate, we don't necessarily have to believe that this is all a distraction, but if it was, what would be your number one pick that we're being distracted from? Lady Letitia, hit us with it.
Well, of course, Meghan and Harry is number one for me.
Okay.
Political stuff. But Meghan and Harry, like, do you see her fading? Do you see her popularity as even a villain fading? She's not being talked about as much. She doesn't have any brands.
She's being
doesn't have anything going on in Hollywood. If she doesn't have anything going on in Hollywood, then she's gonna dwindle away. If she doesn't come out with her jam and her biscuits, or her Lady at the Lake book, or something, she's going to fade in obscurity.
Do you want to know? I actually have a really good business plan for Meghan Markle. She should write a book on how to bag your man. No one can take away from Meghan Markle her ability to get her man.
That's true.
Motherfucker got a prince. Okay, so if she's got advice to give, it's on how to bag a man, and I'm telling you, that would be it's coming. I've got one more room to do, Nikki. One more room, and then all of the money has been spent that needs to be spent for Nova coming into the world. Then I can justify that. So yeah.
Ron, have you and Queenie heard? Have you and Queenie heard that Meghan had a meeting with a surrogate agent?
Oh yeah, totally, man. I'm so all over the Meghan Markle news, but just pretend like I'm not on top of it, and why don't you explain it to me?
Anyway, the side chat is talking about it. That's why I brought it up.
Oh yeah, okay, bring it up. But
the thing is, that's like old news, really.
I thought it was like yesterday.
No, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to Meghan Mole's Twitter and just steal content.
That's old news.
And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
If we believe that she didn't have kids, obviously she must have.
She had a meeting with a surrogate agency. An interview.
And what purposes would that be for now? That she's going to have a third child?
Good question. That was mentioned as well.
Okay, good luck to her. She's conned the world by giving birth to two, so why not a third one? She got away with the other. So anyway, Ron asked the question what we think this is all about.
Oh, hang on a second.
My theory is that they are bringing in the World War III, and there won't be an election in America because there will be World War III.
Yeah.
Oh man, KLG, thank you. You're putting in everyone that puts effort into the news page and then subsequently gets disappointed because I never check in the news page. I will now be checking the news page more often. So I'm in here now. What the hell are rare devil's fingers fungus? What is that? That is the thing of nightmares. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, like warbug virus. Let's go. What is this? Daily Mail. Okay, let's go to the Daily Mail site. All right. Okay, brilliant. Here, everybody. If the world and the PDF files wasn't bad enough, nothing says let's all have a good day like a new eye-bleeding virus. Hell yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Me, you and me too, brother. You and me too. How deadly eye-bleeding Marburg virus could reach UK in weeks due to silent spread of disease that can go unnoticed for up to a month. Queenie, this is why we don't leave the house anymore. I just want to point that out. Do you know, I realized the other day, I only leave the house to take the bins out now, right? That is basically that's where I'm at now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I am in that club as well. I don't even take the bin out. The last time I went outside, was to take my son to the doctors, and I quickly came back in. I swear.
Yeah, we've all seen you in the newspapers. Queenie's monthly garbage burning that takes place in her back garden to save her taking the bins out. Anyone that wants to know where Queenie lives, just look around England for a massive plough of smoke on a monthly basis. Okay, Marburg victims, which kills up to 9 in 10, which is basically if those were the odds of gambling, you're taking those odds every time. Which up to 9 in 10 people it affects through horrific bleeding from the oh no. This was the soft sell. This was the soft sell. Listen, I bleeded. That's the soft sell. Oh man, I've got orifices that blood shouldn't be coming out of. At least you've got a tear duct in your eye. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Listen. Oh my God, are they going to use Just Eat? Oh my God. Are they going to keep us all inside? And then we're going to think we're safe. And then we're all going to use these delivery services. And then we're all going to get this shit anyway. Oh dear.
Wow.
I've got boys that take out my bin, lady. I don't take out bin.
You do.
My son do.
I bet you do, you sassy
I've
bitch.
got 3 strong men living in my house.
Exactly. And plus your sons come round to visit too sometimes. So you've got them as well. It's a fantastic situation for Queenie.
And my sons are the men. Go away, Rod.
Don't be kidding us, Queenie. You slipped up there, Queenie. You slipped up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, my sons.
A little open.
So much fun. I just love it. I just love it.
My
like,
three,
you and I would be the last people to leave the summer barbecue parties, man. I'm telling you, I could sit and bust your chops all day, right, and not get bored of it. I would have a great time. You would bust my chops, I would bust your chops, and then we'd go and eat some fucking goat and have a good time. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, let's try and get past the word orifices this time.
Okay.
Horrific bleeding from the orifices could soon reach Britain. Infectious disease experts have warned the risk lies of the silent incubation period that can last up to a month, meaning patients may be infected now and it could potentially pass to others. They're
telling us all the stuff that they're trying to send to kill us off now.
I would much rather have the COVID 3. I'd much rather have COVID 3.5 than ass bleeding. COVID every time. COVID 3.5, 4.5. Okay, 7.5. Mega flu every time over agonizing bleeding out your ass virus.
It sounds painful.
Listen,
my God.
He went, nah, listen, COVID wasn't graphic enough. Okay, we need stuff to come out of places that stuff's not meant to come out of to shock the world.
Can you imagine what kind of people are these to come up with these crazy diseases that they sit in the lab and create?
I can tell you, I don't have to fucking imagine, mate. It's bored fucking psychopaths.
They're in the lab making these diseases.
It's the same.
Really?
It's the same why we have really, really good like pairs of boots.
I know that.
Where do you think these things come from then, Letitia? These are man-made stuff.
Yeah, I know the COVID was. But like
they all are.
That was man-made.
Yeah, I get your reference, Disco, but you show me one woman who bleeds out of her ass on a normal basis and is okay with it, and I'm just saying, all right, okay. And if you think that, I'm just saying, can everybody hear me? Because I've got a big internet buffering warning.
Yes,
you can. Okay, that's fine. So this is a fun one. Yeah. So. There you go, people. There's what it looks like. It looks like the latter half of the government telling us to F you. It's almost like if the next one comes out that looks like a capital F, we'll know it's all an inside joke. But you got to understand, the people that come up with these are psychopaths who are hired and paid well to be evil scientists. And you know the sad thing, Queenie? Do you know a lot of modern science wouldn't exist and our life expectancies would be way shorter if it wasn't for periods in time where horrible bastards done things that were beyond moral codes and came up with things that have benefited mankind. It's horribly shocking. Okay? Horribly shocking. So I'm not saying I agree with any of that, but I also would quite like to live to 160. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Also, though, here's a fun topic: Super Olympics. All performance enhancing and drugs are allowed, okay? And we have the Super Olympics. Fuck the regular Olympics, man. I'm just saying, you want to see the 100 meters done in 10 seconds or 2 seconds? All right. Super Olympics. That's how you rebrand. We're talking about rebranding religion. Olympics, Super Olympics, man.
How would that be enjoyable? 2 seconds. Oh dear.
Listen, oh no, because you make it go for 10. It's a 10-mile sprint now. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to see the Chinese splice a human with a dolphin and then enter them in the Super Olympics. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bring back the Gladiator Coliseum for the R words.
Ron, I am so happy that you're not a scientist, because I think you would be diabolical to
Creating all kinds of stuff.
Oh no, I'm listen, Ron is not I'm not an evil bastard. I'm definitely no, but I couldn't do true evil science. I definitely couldn't do true evil science. I would be, if I was a cop, I'd be corrupt as fuck. Right? Corrupt as fuck. 100%, 100%, man. Like, but I would be
get like you take some money, right?
Oh no, I would go and take all the drug dealers' money from them every week. That would be my. In fact, I do very little actual police work other than robbing people that can't call the police on me. That would be my job. That'd be it. Be like, oh, it's me again. Come back. Cheers. Thank you very much. And that would be it. And that would be it, mate. That would be it. I couldn't be a mad scientist.
Oh my God.
I could be a mad chemist. I couldn't be a testing on animals or people, man. It's just not me. I don't like anything that is not the will of the person. Does that make sense?
I understand what you mean about taking money, because for example, like being like a bus driver, or you know those people that what they call when you park your cars and they want to give you a ticket. They've got a name for them. What they call again? Oh my God, why can't I remember? Oh God, them. I couldn't work as one of them people because to give someone a ticket to park, that's crazy.
No, I would just find all the people that sell substances that ruin people's lives and then just go and make their lives a hell if I was a policeman. In the same way as I can't do the in the street predator hunting. Do you know what I mean? Because they would say one thing and I'd be like, right, turn off the cameras, get the van round, we're taking them up the woods. I mean, I would. Because there's no rules. There's no, like, my level of madness, there's a line that I can justify doing pretty much anything to anyone who crosses that line. And PDF files and R words are instant.
Oh, you're a Ragnar. You'd be like a Ragnar.
Oh, here's even a better scenario. Why don't you know those rage rooms where people can go and smash stuff up and it's like a controlled environment and there's like TVs you can smash and all this stuff, right? What about, right, we take all the PDF files, put them in the rage room, okay, and we just go and pay money to have a cup of tea and not do anything violent because this is YouTube, all right? You thought I was going to say something against terms of services there. You cray-cray, okay? You cray-cray. You can imagine what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it. But you can imagine what I was going to say.
We would play with some balloons. You've got some balloons.
Yeah, we'll play with some balloons, all right. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I think we've skipped the line now very closely towards the end of the score. Skip. 8 o'clock, Wedger on Diddy. Big thank you to Lady Letitia. Big thank you to Queenie. I love you guys so much. I think I have. It's just me and Shane really in the Daily Show, or the boys. Everyone else is a freaking awesome lady, and I'm all right with it. Like I'm freaking all right with it, mate. I'm loving it. Sometimes when once it's 4-on-1 I just shut the fuck up. There's just no point. I'll just sit back and I'm just like, all right, okay, I've dropped the reins. I've dropped the reins again, and I'm just like this in the cart, and the fucking whole thing's out of fucking control. It's like, I love it.
You need to have Ron. You need to have a week where you get like a few people from the side chat, but regulars, just to come up and
we could do that right now. If you're in my Discord, come and join the voice channel that I've just joined, and we'll see how much of a fucking nightmare this turns out to be. So. Let's have a look. Is anybody? I mean, just check if my sound is on. If anybody in the Discord wants to come in here and just remind yourself that I have your IP address. So if you do anything against terms of service, I'm not saying I'm a crazy person, but you just heard all the things I said about how I'm basically a crazy person. So why is my chat not working here?
Remember, Shane said he's doing stuff.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, he did.
Broadcast stream. Check. Hello. Testing. Test.
1, 2, 5.
Testing. Why is? If anybody's in Discord, can you jump in VC and tell me if you can hear me? Because I don't think Discord is picking up my microphone. No one's going to do it. No one's going to bother. They're just all going to sit here and watch me leave me hanging. Bastards.
Don't leave us hanging. That's not nice.
No, it's too many of you guys.
Testing. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Can you, Lisa? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. I can hear me now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now you get called out. You all rush in here, eh? Fucking ass. I know your game. I know your game. Right, Lisa, KLG. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Can you guys hear KLG?
A little bit.
I'm just asking if everyone can hear you. Can everyone hear KLG? Count to 10, KLG.
Hello? 1.
Hello.
No, not you, Queenie. Listen,
Oh,
Queenie.
sorry.
You and Letitia, just. Okay, so put a 1 in the side chat if you can hear Discord. KLG, starting with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, can you guys all hear the embarrassed woman on Discord trying to count up to 10? Can you all hear that? Because that is KLG from our wonderful side chat and our wonderful community. We've never spoken before. How are you? Like, tell us your thoughts on Diddy and introduce yourself.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, well, listen. Don't be fucking coming in my voice chat live on a stream if you don't want me to put you on the spot and embarrass you, KLG. This is how it works, okay?
I was just
Hang in there.
She's like, I was just doing you a favor. I was just trying to help you, Ron. I was just trying to help you. No, I get that. You don't have to talk. Don't worry. Who's going to pick on next? Wild Aussie woman. How are you doing?
Hello.
Oh, listen, all the people that are really outspoken in the typing world shit themselves once you put them on the internet and they've got to say something. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we know this is working now. If anybody wants to comment on anything we've talked about, take it away now and we'll know this is working for next time. So I'm pleased. I'll get it louder as well.
Hello. Go on, Lisa.
Oh man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Lisa, we can hear you. Please save this voice chat from the
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
1, 2, 5. No, you missed. You should miss 3 and 4.
See that, Grady?
Everyone's fired. Okay, everyone's fired, and Christmas is cancelled. Okay, everything's cancelled. No, we know. No, I'm joking, Lisa. Not you. No, I'm just busting your chops. I'll get this sounded up. Saying we're getting some feedback.
Okay, I turned off the YouTube and also went outside away from the noise at work. But my opinion on Diddy I think he's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be one of those people that is going to go down and is going to take a bunch of people down with him. But I don't think they're going to be that important. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, almost like they're cutting loose the lower hanging fruit.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I feel like that there are a lot more people much higher up that are not being named deliberately. They're going to be covered up. And I have a feeling I know who some of those people are, which I'm not going to say on here. But I feel like those are the people that are going to get covered up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You understand?
I think that's a really good take.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's great. Lisa, you were coming through crystal clear, so that's good. So we have determined it does come down to the user end, right? Who can I pick on now? Nikki.
Go, Nikki. Go, Nikki.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You might need to speak a little. Oh no, I can turn you up. Hang on a second. Yeah, give us your take.
I think he's going to be Epsteined.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, him.
Straight to the point, no messing around. Okay. I mean,
I don't think the tapes will ever come out either, or the any videos or anything will be shown at all.
Well, what do you think of the possibility that there is already video, still images, and short clips already out there? But it's the fear of distributing these things that is, because obviously you would have to sell them. People would be looking to sell them, and then there's obviously the traditional cash paper trail, but also the digital currency blockchain traceability of all of that. Do you think a level of fear has kept this suppressed?
Fear, and maybe someone's holding it back for extortion. Maybe.
Someone said, I think it was Ryan Dawson said today, if you're blackmailing a blackmailer, you control all the people that they are also blackmailing, if that makes sense. Which was quite an interesting one, because I'd never really thought about the business of discovering those who blackmail and then blackmailing them to control their enterprise. It seems so stupid to not have thought of that, because it's such a good tactic if you were trying to make that your world. And it was quite a fascinating one for me. So yeah, good points there, Nikki. Mickey, are you there, Mickey? Don't you fucking sit there with your mic off and ignore me, Mickey. All right. Oh, you've done it. You've done it, Nikki. Yeah. What is happening, Mickey? How are you? Mickey.
Yes. Sorry. What?
No, not Nikki. Mickey with an M, not Nikki with an N. We got you, Nikki. I think Mickey's got the Discord no one can hear me bug, because our mic's gone off, or their mic's gone off. My mic doesn't work. Blue Moon. Okay. All right. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Yeah. If anyone else has a broken microphone and wants to come to a voice chat, please just jump in. It's freaking awesome. But no, I'll be honest, Mickey, we've all had this bug where we come to the voice chat and we cannot figure out why anyone can hear us. If you come out of the app, out of the voice chat, and then close the app down on your phone and then rejoin, it usually fixes it all.
Hey.
I don't know why I'm waiting for you to fucking answer me, because we've just established that you can't say anything. All right, so let's call it a day. Okay, so you all know now in the side chat that if you come on Discord, we're going to involve you guys in the show. The reason we have high security is for if you come on here and try and misbehave, it makes it harder for you to rejoin and cause problems. But none of you will do that. There is the legendary, the one, the only Ann T. One day in Discord became a legend within the community, within her own rights. I'm telling you now, you have to come to Discord. It's community secrets, but Ann T, instant legend. How are you doing, Ann? Oh yeah, fucking brilliant. I didn't mean it if you had a broken mic, Ann, to come to the voice chat, right? Because it clearly clearly indicates your microphone is off. Okay. Oh man, if anyone wants to join the Discord, right, with a working mic. And I'm not, okay, who's this? Trisha.
Hello.
Trisha.
Wait, are you live?
We are live, yes.
Yes. Oh, okay.
What do you want to talk about? Tell me about your life, Trish. It's been so long. Let's catch up on our personal friendship in the middle of a live stream. Let's do it. How are you?
I didn't know you were live, but hi.
What's happening?
You know, just living the life.
Yeah, sweet,
parenting and adulting and working.
Loving that. What's your take on the Diddy situation?
I have been following it. I think it's absolutely insane, and he's probably going to go away for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very freaking simplified explanation, but I'm down with it. You just explained you're busy, you're working, it's okay. And I just want to say it's good to see you. And, thanks for not running off when you found out we were live. But I'm just going to jump and ask Jenny what she thinks. Jenny, what are you thinking? Welcome to the side chat. Well, the side chat. You've been in the side chat a while, but welcome to the voice chat. What's your opinion on the diddler?
Hi, Ron. Hi, Queenie. Hi, Letitia.
Hello.
Hello, lovely.
It's very disturbing. I'm just like, I'm hoping that justice will be served. I agree with the other person who said that maybe Diddy could be unalived. If I think, hasn't he like put out a statement or something, like a really ranty statement?
Who's put out who'd put out a really ranty statement? Diddy. I mean,
someone's like, I don't know where I thought I saw on YouTube or something, or the socials. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know either. Yeah, I mean, could be.
I don't know.
But all I know is this has potential.
Protesting his innocence. He's still protesting his innocence. I don't really understand why.
Yeah,
that's very odd.
Well, here's the thing. I imagine you would protest your innocence until you got to the trial, right? Because up until the trial, you're not going to jeopardize whatever slim chance there is of literally the oceans parting, the hand of God coming down and making all of this disappear. Do you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking, of course.
He needs the hand of God. Did he needs more than God, I think.
Oh, listen.
He's in deep shit.
Nah, there ain't anyone from the good side that is out there for Diddy. Okay. And I'm not necessarily.
I don't know. I'm just hoping maybe this stuff about Jay-Z, if it's true, I don't know.
Well, this is it. I mean, the level to which the dark narrative goes and involves all of these huge stars, Jay-Z and Beyonce. What do you think, side chat and panel? What do you think the outcome is going to be for Jay-Z? And also, Mickey, welcome. I'll get back to you in 1 second, Mickey. Now your microphone won't stay off. Okay, so if you could just turn your mic off whilst we're talking, Mickey, that would be great. And then I'll come back to you. What do you think the likelihood that we're going to see more involvement with Jay-Z and Beyonce as this goes on? And to what level do you think they're going to have to take accountability?
I don't think nothing will ever become with them at the moment, to be honest. I think it's a Diddy takedown first, and this is going to keep the Carters in line.
Yeah.
So as I said, he did something to cross them for them to be going so hard. For them to put out that movie, I'm still processing that in my head, like literally processing that.
Yeah.
Or Beyonce with
no, not right now. No.
Okay, well,
the only thing that I would see is that he would come up in a video and that he would be outstyled.
Okay. Like, Jenny, circle it back to you. What's your take on Jay-Z and Beyonce? What do you think?
From what I've heard from like the Black community, they are very, very.
What type?
Yeah, well, I grew up, and I grew up in the loving age in the 60s.
Hell yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's what I'm talking about.
I grew up in the good age.
Yeah, you did. You know what I'm saying? You got some stories. I can tell. All right. So is Queenie, but she's a little less.
I got many
she's a bit more
stories.
nonchalant about it all. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
Just put that on Twitter. Put it on Twitter. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a completely false Queenie secret Twitter page where I'm just going to put out.
Oh my God, Rod!
It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. I'm going to love it.
That's really good.
Do you know, I had an idea for a Twitter where, when people say things, like you're in a room full of people and maybe you've had a few drinks and someone makes a joke that does not land and it is just so cringe. I wanted to make a Twitter page of all the things that people would never say on the internet, but never out in them. Just put in the things that they say out there, because it's so funny when people talk freely compared to how they would talk on the internet. It always fascinates me. And yeah, it's amazing what some people say. It's great. It's great.
Oh, don't
Get a few drinks to me and I'm ready.
Oh, Mickey, I know that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you are, Mickey. You're ready to go, my G. So listen, first of all, thank you, Mickey, for being here. Second of all, thank you all for being here. Who have we not picked on? Wild Aussie Woman. How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Say that again?
How you doing? I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm fucking great, mate. Doing good.
That's good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Listen, I got to be honest, right? Australia, it's fucking hot, right?
Disgusting. It's really, really muggy.
Like, what's the deal with that? Like, do you not think if, like, in Ron,
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Sorry.
In Ron's fantasy world, right? I just feel like we should just slap a massive, like, what are they called? Solar panel. It's like the whole of the middle of Australia, just slap a solar panel in there. Like, why haven't we done that? I know it's a bit mad, right? But I mean, what's going on out there? It's just burning hot and rocks, right? Just slap a massive fucking panel out there, man. I'm telling you now, it's too hot, mate. That's all I'm saying. It's too hot. It's too hot.
But it's hot, but it's muggy.
Oh yeah, I know it's muggy too, but that you're on the edge. Are you on the crust? Are you on the crust of Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you on because you must be near the edge, right? You're not out in the middle. I know I'm speaking like a 5-year-old, but you just have to deal with it.
Yes. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, man. Like,
yeah.
I have a fear factor for me is if you drive from one side of a country to another and all that happens is you run out of petrol, you're going to die. It's too much for my brain to comprehend. Like, nah, man, nah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I've got a friend called Morgs and she lives somewhere in America and people are not meant to live there, right? I don't know where it is, but it is like 1 billion degrees, like a freaking it's too hot, mate. It's too hot. And that's my rant about that. Some places are just too hot. Also, as well, 30-hour flight. What? 30-hour flight to Australia, and there's spiders that'll kill me if they bite me. Nah, mate. Nah. I'm all right with that. I would love to go to Australia. I really, really would, but I would lose my mind. Say that again.
Ron,
does it really exist?
Niagara Falls.
Hang on a second. Does it really exist? Who knows? Listen, I love the flat earth argument, and my favorite argument for the whole is the earth a ball is why do planes turn their trackers off as soon as they leave the northern hemisphere, right? Why is it a 30-hour flight from America to Australia, which on the map looks like you could just nip over from one?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, mate. I'm not saying the world's flat. I'm just saying when you look at data, I've got some questions. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's flat. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying
they're just going around and around to fool us.
Yeah, that makes sense, but I'm fine with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm totally fine with that. But don't then go on about global warming and like emissions if you're just doing a circle for fucking 9 hours, mate.
That's a lot of crap too.
It's just madness. But
I think we should put all these people on an island and just nuke the beep.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but sadly, it would probably be Australia that we would pick to put everybody on and then nuke. That's how it went in the past. Well, the last time we had last time the Brits were left in charge of where to put a bunch of prisoners, Australia. So yeah, I wouldn't be pushing that narrative because I'm telling you, Australia is like, okay, listen, we've got to blow up a whole country. We've got to blow up a whole country. I mean,
no, it's not happening, Ron. No.
Listen, let's have a debate right now. So if we had to pick a country, right, to blow up, okay, Australia, you can fit all of the populated parts of developed Australia inside the UK. The rest of it,
stop giving them ideas.
Is roasting. Okay, a wee fire started in the woods and the whole country burnt down, mate. That's how dry it is. Okay, I'm just saying you could probably detonate a nuke there and it would look the same in the middle. Okay, it would just be radioactive. I'm just saying. No, I would.
Oh my God, no!
I would love to go to Australia, but it's just
giving them ideas.
It's too far, isn't it, Ron? And the creepy crawlies. I know.
It's the spiders. Like as a grown man,
I was telling Wild Ozzy the same thing that when I was younger, I always wanted to go to Australia, but then it's crazy when you think about.
Oh yeah, if something's smaller than my pinky nail and it can kill me, I'm not going there. Do you know how irresponsible I am in a world where nothing can kill me that's in the wild, compared to going to a place where I have to worry? Like, I'm going to be the guy who sits down in the place all Australians know you never sit down, and then the freaking black ninja mamba snake's going to come and bite me, and the Australians are going to be like, "Oh my, that's it, your ticket's up. That's it, bongers, mate. You're done. You're done." And that would be me. And I'd be like, "Why have you let this happen, Australia? Why is there not a signpost, Australia?" And that would be me. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what they call? What do they call crocodiles that come out the ocean, wild Aussie women? What do you call them? What do you call the fucking dinosaurs that come out? No, you call them salties. Oh, beware of the salties. I'm not being funny. If you get told beware of the salties as a tourist, that sounds like a jellyfish, not a fucking dinosaur that comes out the ocean and kills you. Kept that one under wraps, Australia. You kept the dinosaurs that come out the ocean and kill you on the beach pretty quiet, Australia.
Yeah, they've got some crazy jellyfish too that will nuke you.
Don't go in the water. Don't go in the sun. Don't walk away from the edge. Don't put your shoes on without checking them. You know, don't touch anything. Don't
use the toilet.
Yeah, don't try and fight.
Wow. You gotta be wrapped up like a mummy.
Yeah, I will say this though. If I go to Australia, I will.
The spiders aren't all deadly.
Yeah,
they're not all deadly.
Listen, whose fucking side are you on? Humanity or the spiders, wild Aussie women? Don't believe this propaganda. Don't believe this propaganda. There's a whole page on the dark web how Australia was set up by the spiders to propagate their evil venom to take over the world. Okay. Also, as soon as I get to Australia, I'm just drinking until I've built up the courage to fight a kangaroo. I'm telling you that now. I mean, I'll put gloves on. I don't want to like hurt the kangaroo really, but I would be looking at kangaroos like freaking Hannibal Lecter looked at people, thinking, "I want to punch you right in the fucking face, mate. I
swear that kangaroo would give you a good beat and run."
Yeah, it would end horribly. It would end horribly, and for me, it would end horribly. But that would be my intrusive thought in Australia, would be like, how do I get away from my friends and fucking smash? But I'd have to pick I wouldn't be like a baby kangaroo. I wouldn't be picking on a kangaroo. I'd pick one that, you know, it's going to be a decent fight. But what'll happen is I'll get near it and then it'll sit on no, not a baby. I could pick up a Joey and punt it. But no, like they would sit on its tail and then boot me with its legs. But that's cheating, kangaroo. You cheaters, little cheats. Yeah.
Ron, you know you're still live, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, don't worry. This is something Max just. I've been talking about this on lives for years. I actually had a whole live stream dedicated to what animal would be a fair fight. Do you know what I mean? Like how many turkeys versus a human is a fair fight? Do you know what I mean? Like how many turkeys would it take to overpower you and kill you?
Like what kind of turkeys? Farm turkeys or wild?
No, the biker turkeys, Trisha. Like the ones, the
wild
big
turkeys are pretty fucking big. Sometimes they're in my parking lot.
Yeah. But if it was 1v1, you could just punt it. You could just run at that turkey and just take that and just punt it. But how many? Before you get overpowered, what is the fair fight between man and turkey? I mean, this is the stuff you can expect from my live streams towards the end when we lose completely derail and stuff. But listen,
you think?
About 80. I would think 80 or 90 would be a fair fight.
Yeah, I was at 100.
Around with their heads cut off.
No, that's you've gone too dark now. It's funny when we have hypothetical fair fights between man and animal, but just talking about ripping their heads off Aussie women, you've shown a darkness there. You've shown a darkness.
With no head on.
Yeah, well, listen, okay. What your hobbies are between you and your turkeys. But listen, I'm going to just say thank you to Discord, and I will see you all on there after this. I want to say thank you to my panel and my side chat and all of you wonderful people. Yeah. I love you guys. That was a fun show. Sometimes we need a little laugh during the day because this is a dark topic that we're covering, and it's good to kind of have a day where we let our hair down and have a bit of community fun. People that don't like that, I'm very, very sorry about that. And yeah, love you guys. Harden up, Ron. 90 turkeys. I mean, it comes down to a cardio situation at that point, Lily. I mean, I suppose if you go on a rampage and you're just pulling at their necks and stuff, maybe I'll do some maths. I'll do some maths based on, how quickly you could cull 10 turkeys and then, put in a variable for wild aggressiveness and then multiply that over time. And I'll get you an algorithm. I will solve the discussion of how many turkeys versus a average person is a fair fight because, freaking autistic spectrum in there. Okay, so I will see you all.
Bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye, Queenie. Bye, Ron. Bye, Side Chat.
I mean, I was getting to the outro. I mean, I was getting there. We were almost there, but you know, Queenie nailed it. So, all right, we'll see you all later. Love you. Bye.
Gotta fucking do this again. Wake up the office demons. I'm testing my patience. Let's not get fired today.
Mm.